Okay. All right. Here we go. But if y'all have any suggestions on books of that nature, please let me know. Um, I know everybody does not believe um, in praying in the spirit. Everybody does not believe or see eye to eye on the gift of tongues, and I believe that you are, what's the word I'm looking for? I believe that it's your decision whether you choose to believe in that or not. I'm not gonna break my neck trying to make you believe that the gift of tongues is something that you need to be doing. I truly believe personally that it's a gift, and gifts are not given to everyone. Some people can handle it, some people cannot. I truly believe that it depends on. I believe that it depends on your desire for God and how fervent you are in having more of Him. Um, I also believe that when you seek after God, those things of God you will begin to receive. Um, Not saying that people. I come my home my upbringing is traditional Baptist church, and of course in traditional Baptist churches they do not participate in speaking in tongues. I mean, hey, that's just what it is. You can go to any traditional Baptist church that you want to. You ain't gonna hear nobody coming out speaking in tongues or interpreting. Nobody's gonna be doing that. You gonna get a devotion. You gonna get an A B, maybe a C selection. Preacher gonna preach. You gonna do tithes and offering. You gonna have the deacons come up and get the trustees gonna do the financial report. The deacons gonna come up and do their thing. Pastor gonna get a benediction. Deuces. That's what I grew up on. But I also grew up on, because I have an aunt that is holiness. I had both. I had both, the best of both worlds. So I had that old HR should keep our hair. Then I had that God is a good God. Yes, He is. See what I'm saying? So I had the best of both worlds, and I had to make a choice of going, staying in a place where I was stunted in my growth in God, because people were afraid to worship. I feel like, and it's not all Baptist churches, please don't get me wrong. My, I'll say my home church. One Sunday, the fourth Sunday is for praise and worship, but they still have devotion on that Sunday. Praise and worship just substitutes the choir. Then on top of that, when you try to get them to worship, they sitting there looking at you like you stupid. They might get up and clap their hands if it's a song that's familiar and on the radio. But if they don't know the song, they ain't finna move. My thing is, that wasn't enough for me. I could not, I cannot fathom going a day without worshiping. I worship in my truck. I worship in my house all through it. I worship privately so much it's crazy. When I be going to work, I know the people be looking. They looking like, what in the world is she doing? I am in worship, dude. Like for real. I got this worship mix on my iPod. Sick. Sick is not the right word. I got to learn how to use proper words. In regards to kingdom issues, kingdom things. Beautiful, and it ushers me into the very presence of God, and it's the most beautiful thing. And so that I did not want to, when I decided that I did not want to give God a partial part of me, but I wanted to truly seek after Him, and truly give him all of me, and I had to find a ministry that would allow me to do that, what are you doing? Why is you laying on my clothes? I'm sorry, y'all know I'm country. My dog, God. You gonna say hey to the people? You so cute. Okay, anyway. But what was I saying? Yeah, I had to find a ministry that would allow me to do that. So I went to Full Gospel Baptist, which I loved. That started my foundation. Um, my foundation on expanding and becoming more of what God would have me to be. Coming out of that shell and not being so concerned about people looking at me stupid because what I was doing, everybody else was doing too. So I was like, yes, I finally found a place. And I did. And like I said, that was the place of foundation for me. But it was not the place to settle and to be. Um, I ended up leaving because y'all know I got pregnant out of wedlock and I was a leader. And of course, I understand being sat down. But my pastor would walk past me as if he didn't even see me. And he could be sitting and talking to somebody right beside me and wouldn't even open his mouth and speak. When he looked at me, it's like he was looking through me. And I knew then that he was no longer the man of God called to cover me. So I prayed. I actually did not go to church for a while. And y'all pretty much like the videos from last year around anywhere from March to like May. Yeah, about 2 months I was church free. I was I was pretty much like I'm through with church, not even trying to go back. But one of my brothers from the same ministry had left, and he had called me. He's like, "You got to come check out this church I'm at now. You got to come." He said, "Tori, you I'm telling you, you just got to come." So I got tired of him harassing me about this church, so I went and I joined the first day. That Sunday, I joined that Sunday, and it's been amazing ever since. My pastor is 26. I'm 30, about to turn 31. He's younger than me. And when I say he preaches, he's a worshiper for one, a psalmist for two. It's wonderful. It goes hand in hand. He's almost like David to me, like David, King David. And the way he breaks down the word of God is so real. Looking like, wow, wow. And he's not afraid to tell his story or his past or his mess ups. He's not like a lot of preachers where they try to keep their personal lives to themselves. He truly realizes that your personal life is pretty much, well, not your personal life, but your past failures and accomplishments are your testimony. And if you are too afraid or too ashamed to tell the things that you've gone through and the things that God has allowed you to make it through or overcome, then you don't need to be, up in the pulpit before the people. Because you can't deliver nobody if you too afraid to tell them what you've been delivered from. So it's just amazing to me. He's an awesome man of God. I'm so grateful to God for him. Thank you, Pastor Mike, for being the best pastor in the world. But these videos are long. Okay, I guess it's gonna be a part 3. I'm in talking mood, so we just gonna talk. I don't have to have a purpose. But hold on.